Chinese for the chicken, need a white to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like, she running up, she running up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see DJ Moore. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Bears and the Packers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, well, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This has hit the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot of coasting as people head towards the playoffs. But I do have to ask, January 7th, is it too late to say it? We're kind of right on the borderline, aren't we, about Happy New Year? Because that always seems to be the subject of debate.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. You look at this Bears defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Fields on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Khalil Herbert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Love. Quick slant to Crowder.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Love. This one caught by Crowder. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You look at this Bears defense.
Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum. This is how you have your defense rounding into form. A shutout here in the late going. They're playing their best football at the exact right time.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Catch made by Watson on the out route.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Love now.
Sack. They push him back to the 34. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
You called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Love.
And that is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal.
This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes two to tango. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First down, going to the air with Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On second down, it's Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now a second down throw for Love here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Love, this is 3rd and goal. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Greg Joseph on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. Here's 2nd and 10.
Delay of game.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight. So they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Kirk Cousins has fired 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Anthony Richardson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse but I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. But for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys will be hoping for them in the locker room at halftime.
Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
Here's Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
Justin Jones there on the stop. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Now Love will try with his legs. And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warming up in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation.
Oh, wide open, complete. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll fire deep, looking for more. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore, 40 yards. And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Deontay Foreman, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Love. And that is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Fields.
He's going to look deep for Moore. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd and 2. Love with it. Short pass caught by Henry. And he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big pickup of 38. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. A complete once again to Watson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Love. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
To throw now. Here's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
die for me.